Let's take a look back at the real best players in the Premier League every season. Yes, since 2004 obviously. And also one more thing, remember this is looking back at the Premier League Player of the Year, not PFA Player of the Year. The PFA Player of the Year is a separate award that's voted by the players. The Premier League Player of the Year, the award this video is based on, is voted by a panel assembled by the league's sponsors consisting of football's governing bodies, the media and fans. Sick. Not exactly sure who these man them are, but clearly they're very important. Also, here's the criteria. Let's roll on. 2005. Official winner, Frank Lampard. Deserved to win, John Terry. Look, as much as I love lamps and, well, as much as I'm not the biggest fan of the brain-busting, bridge-boning, believed to be a bigoted bellend and brute at the base of the Blues back line, he for me contributed more to what made that Chelsea team successful. Also, he notched in 8 goals that season too, by the way, including the header that knocked out Barca. Not much else he could have done really. 2006. Official winner, Thierry Henry. Deserved to win, Steven Gerrard. Both these guys were pretty much one-man team captains that year. Both these guys one-man teams underperformed in the league that year. Well, Arsenal did. But both these guys one-man teams did pretty well in separate cup competitions that year. The difference? Well, number 1, Liverpool finished 15 points above Arsenal in the league. And 2, Pool won their cup final. And this is the crucial part, they won their cup final in a final that was very reflective of how they were that season, being very much a one-man show. 2007. Official winner, CR7. Deserved to win, CR7. The year Ronnie took that traditional wide midfielder role, added a bit of Latin spice to it, and served it to any fullback that came within 20 feet of the twinkle toes on his 2 feet. And what did that look like? Well, something like this. This was possibly the greatest season from a traditional English wide midfielder there's ever been. He had responsibilities tracking back, he had bigger responsibilities going forward, and he fulfilled them both and more. Destroying teams, embarrassing players, deciding games, and collecting a Premier League medal for all his troubles. 2008. Official winner, CR7. Deserved to win, CR7. And following his very first season at a generational level, Ronaldo turned in his very first season at the all-time level. And listen, I'm always going to say that Thierry Henry is the Premier League GOAT. But if there was ever a single season that encapsulated the absolute peak performance of a player to maybe ever grace the British Isles, it's this one by this player. 2009. Official winner, Nemanja Vidic. Deserved to win, Nemanja Vidic. The heart of the best defense in the league and one of the best defenses in Europe, completing 34 out of 38 games in the league despite his very intense physical style, and even chipping in with 7 goals on top of it all. And also, just saying, he deserved the PFA Player of the Year award that year too as well, by the way. No idea what these men were smoking. 2010. Official winner, Wayne Rooney. Deserved to win, Didier Drogba. They both turned in very prolific seasons, they weren't far off stats, and they were both no doubt world class. But the difference was Didi did the double and, well, that's what counts at the end of the day. He was never known for his goal scoring consistency, but following the arrival of the very attack-minded Carlo Ancelotti, the 32-year-old was finally able to show what he was always able to do if he had tunnel vision on the pitch. 2011. Official winner, Nemanja Vidic. Deserved to win, Gareth Bale. Of all the entries on here, this is where I spend the most time deciding on who deserves it. Not because I couldn't choose between standout options, but because there was no standout option. In the end though, I went for the player that got you off your seat the most often, while playing for a side that got you off your seat the least often. Unless you're a manager who reached the cup final with them, in that case on you pop. And while Bale may not have had an amazing / super memorable season, he damn sure had some amazing / super memorable moments that season. 2012. Official winner, Vincent Kompany. Deserved to win, Robin van Persie. As far as individual Premier League seasons go, this is one of, if not the most underrated. No prizes for guessing why. But still man, as unreasonable and annoying as they are, I doubt even Arsenal fans in their heart of hearts can deny that Robin van Persie was everything for them that year, clocking 48 goal contributions in 48 games for a club who scores significantly less than the top 2, making sure they finish above their North London rivals who pushed them very hard that year. And while he may not have got his hands on the title until next year, as an individual, this was RVP's peak. 2013, official winner, Gareth Bale. Deserved to win, Gareth Bale. And unlike a couple of years back, this was a super memorable season. Gareth Bale in 12-13 displayed the most dominant performance by a wide player the Premier League has ever seen. Like, don't get me wrong, while CR7 from a few years prior was on an entirely different level even to this, as far as pure force goes in terms of pace, strength, endurance, and just being a beast of an athlete, Bale was that guy. 2014, official winner, Luis Suarez. Deserved to win, Luis Suarez. Said it more than once that this season is overrated, but said it even more times that overrated does not mean bad. 31 goals, 13 assists that included some absolute bangers, particularly against Norwich. And what kinda goes under the radar, this season by Suarez was so good that, much like Fernando Torres in 07-08, no one talks about the absolute crazy campaign Yaya Toure had that year. Peak. First no cake, now no credit. Hope he's doing well, the poor guy. 2015, official winner, Eden Hazard. Deserved to win, Eden Hazard. A classic case of what pretty much every footballer aims to be, the best player in the best team. With Chelsea topping the Premier League table from practically the very first kick in 14-15, Eden Hazard was told to not indulge himself in anything that includes any real grinding and or teamwork and put all his focus on doing what he does best. And I think it's safe to say, it damn sure paid off. I mean, Chelsea was so happy with his contributions, they ended up giving him an extended break. The guy didn't even show up until the second half of the next season. Talk about rewarding good work. 2016, official winner, Riyad Mahrez. Deserved to win, N'Golo Kante. N'Golo Kante was the primary reason Leicester City won the Premier League. We've seen plenty of teams play like these guys. We've seen plenty of strikers of the Vardy mold play for these guys. We've seen plenty of wingers of the Mahrez mold play for these guys. But never have we ever seen someone behind them who covered so much ground with so much intensity while maintaining such precision in everything he did, and do all that with so much consistency. And that, my friends, is what gets you through a 38 game season, and that's why we don't see miracles like the Leicester Fiesta every season, and that is precisely what we saw that season. 2017, official winner, N'Golo Kante. Deserved to win, N'Golo Kante. He didn't do as much as the previous year because, well, let's be honest, he didn't need to do as much as the previous year. N'Golo Kante was now part of a team that consisted of players who knew how to win. And although he had slightly more of an attacking role in Antonio Conte's 3-5-2, to him it made no difference. And make no mistake, by the way, I do think he was pushed pretty close by Harry Kane that year. But I do believe Kante was more important to what Chelsea achieved. Well, that's if you count Spurs finishing second as an achievement for them. 2018, official winner, Mohamed Salah. Deserved to win, Mohamed Salah. Right, so believe it or not, this was one of the most random winners ever. Like, yeah, it's hard to believe that looking back, given what he went on to achieve, but at the time, if you told me that you knew that the Chelsea bench warmer from a couple of years back that couldn't displace Cuadrado and Schürrle, who was ridiculed for missing a hilarious amount of chances for Roma in the Champions League as they crashed out, would return to England and proceed on to break the goal scoring record while taking his team to a UCL final too, yeah, you'd be full of it. No one could have seen this coming. Not that year, and certainly not what followed that year. 2019, official winner, Virgil van Dijk. Deserved to win, Virgil van Dijk. Not only was he the Premier League Player of the Year, but there was a very good case of him being the World Player of the Year. Virgil van Dijk was essentially the final piece of the puzzle Jurgen Klopp needed to create that great Liverpool side. And in his very first full season with the Reds, he played every league game as Liverpool vastly improved at the back, having the best top-flight defensive record in the country. But in all fairness, even before that, his impact was evident from pretty much the get-go. And that's not just on the defense of the team, but perhaps more importantly, the mindset of the club. 2020, official winner, Kevin De Bruyne. Deserved to win, Jamie Vardy. Yep, this really is a game of opinions, isn't it? Because let's be honest, if we were to judge these awards the wrong way, your way, i.e. who looked the best when playing, yeah, KD may have been the one. But I, much more than that, value the difference a player makes to the team he's playing for. And bro, Jamie Vardy was the biggest if not sole factor behind Leicester City earning a European spot in 1920, winning the Golden Boot while playing for a team that not only scored over 30 goals less than the likes of Manchester City, but also playing alongside players who only had one other person even reach double figures that season. 2016 was when he had his finest hour, but 2020 may have been when he played his best football. 2021, official winner, Ruben Diaz. Deserved to win, Ruben Diaz. For my money, one of the more obvious winners on this list. Ruben Diaz brought the calmness and stability to the City defence that they were missing since the end of Prime Company, and his acquisition not only took City to the promised land in England, but very nearly to the exact same place in Europe. 2022, official winner, Kevin De Bruyne. Deserved to win, Kevin De Bruyne. Starting the season off in scary fashion, Mo Salah looked to have his eyes set on beating any and every record in England and Europe, but following the African Cup of Nations in around February, he admittedly slowed down a tad while his fellow Chelsea flop continued to run the show. 2023, official winner, Erling Haaland. Deserved to win, Erling Haaland. Where Salah slowed down en route to breaking all the records the previous season, Haaland went all the way. Where Salah fell 1 point short in clinching the Premier League title the previous season, Haaland went all the way. Where Salah fell 1 step short in winning the Champions League title the previous season, Haaland went all the way. Ergo, where Salah ultimately failed to capture the Premier League Player of the Year award the previous season, Haaland went all the way. 2024, official winner, Phil Foden. Deserved to win, Rodri. He robbed the Ballon d'Or, but he was certainly robbed here. Foden was the more exciting one, but he was also no doubt the more replaceable one. Because simply put, without Rodri, City wouldn't have gone anywhere near the title that season. He was involved in everything good his side did. He was the one who held it all together. And if you have any doubts about any of that, just look at them now. 2025, official winner, Mohamed Salah. Deserved to win, Mohamed Salah. If you keep yourself healthy, age will truly just be a number for you. Well, let's be honest, 33 isn't really all that old, especially these days. But the fact that Mo Salah has now been around for so many years and doesn't seem to have slowed down at all is still impressive as all f***. He led the goals, led the assists, got his hands on the title again, teased the Liverpool fans about his contract throughout the season while doing all that, only to sign on in the end and signalling that whether you like it or not, this isn't over. And that is that. Agree or disagree beats indifference. Once again, don't forget to like, comment and share, and of course, subscribe. Till next time, keep rolling.